Saroja, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Are we good to go?
Yes, sir. We are good to go.
We cannot see you. Miss Pooja?
Am I visible, sir?
Yes. Miss Pooja, are you there? Hello. Miss Pooja, we cannot hear. I think we are good to go, right? Miss Pooja, you have audio issues? We are going ahead, Mr. Arun Mohan. Let's kickstart.
Yes, sir. Yes, all right. So everyone, I welcome all to the 172nd web training series of our CBSE Bharat Sahodaya. Now, it is my job to introduce today's moderator. For that, I hand over to our AI. So let's see what the AI does today.
Me, the one and only, the entity, do hereby pledge you my undying fidelity. I'm here to serve you all as best I can, on behalf of BTAG. This evening, BTAG in its 172nd session, will have a discussion on various art-integrated learning examples including multidisciplinary projects in social science. As a part of my vast exploration, I discovered an alien planet, where I found Gorel, an AI from the planet Krypton. I have to say it, the Alienware is outstandingly marvelous. Now it's time to invite the moderator of this evening. So I hand it over to Gorel.
A very good evening to all the exuberant educators. I, Gorel, take it a pleasure to invite our moderator, Mrs. Saroja Srinivas. If we take a sneak peek into Mrs. Saroja's background, she is a BSc, B.Ed graduate serving as mathematics faculty in Daffodils Foundation for Learning for the past 9 years. Although a teaching career began 15 years ago, she is also the HOD of Life Skills and Value Education Department, ensuring that the young minds are equipped with the required skills for life. As you all are aware, Ek Bharat Shresth Bharat is an indigenous initiative by CBSE. She is the navigator of the EBSD Club at DFL. Also, she was the coordinator of the Circle Time sessions and conducted in-house workshops for teachers as well. Ma'am, it is our eternal pleasure to have you as our moderator of this grand session. Stage is yours, over to you.
Warm welcome to Saroja ma'am. It is really our pleasure to have you here, ma'am. Ma'am, please.
Yes, I have unmuted. Yes. Thank you, Arun sir. That was indeed a creative introduction. I'm spellbound by the way I have been introduced. Thank you. Thank you so much. Before I begin the session, I would like to convey my words of gratitude to thank Dr. Abdul Salam sir for bestowing me with this opportunity. Thank you, sir. Welcoming someone is always a pleasure. So I would like to welcome the dignitaries and the enthusiastic participants to this 172nd session conducted by BTAG in collaboration with CBSE Bharat Sahodaya. Art is the language of all. It is free of all barriers. That's the reason why integration of art into the teaching learning process makes it more effective and bring the learners close to the subject. CBSE has initiated art integration to bring the diverse young minds under one roof. The subjects that we teach are not independent. They share a bond between each other. And today we are fortunate to explore the bond of art integration and how it can be an integral part of multidisciplinary activities. Social science is a vast subject and can be explored beyond boundaries. Our eminent resource person will take us through the journey, enriching us on the topic Art Integrated Activities Exemplars and Multidisciplinary Projects Social Science for grades 6 to 10. Leadership should be more participative than directed, more enabling than performing. What an apt quote to introduce the director of BTAG, Dr. Abdul Salam. He has proved to be an engaging leader than being directed. He has been constantly striving hard to bring the team of educators share knowledge under one platform from various parts of the world. Dr. Abdul Salam is a profound CBSE resource person and a master trainer. Sir is also the principal of Vibgyor High, Bengaluru. He owns the credit of being the founder of BTAG, Bharat Transformers Academic Group, a syndicate of educators and the teaching society across the globe, connecting them to empower the nation. Sir, your innovative ways have definitely been helping the teaching fraternity. I wish to extend a cordial welcome to you. Also, we are grateful and thankful for making the session so lively and enriching. Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. I now invite you to take over the session and deliver welcome address.
Thank you, Ms. Saroja. Well, good evening, everybody. On board 172nd session, let me introduce two passionate educators who have been traveling along with us, Ms. Saroja from Bengaluru and Ms. Pooja Rani from Gujarat. They have come up with a wonderful topic. In fact, there are a lot of takeaways to share with all those who have joined. Now the room is full, and Arun Mohan sir, please go on.
Yes, sir.
YouTube live, yes. So all the educators, I have noticed that we are joined by many and many from different countries, including Thailand. For the first time, I noticed today from a CBSE school in Thailand. So it is a proud moment for BTAG, which is extending its hand to all the educators across the world. Today we have gathered here, we have come here to listen to Ms. Pooja Rani. Hope she does not have any audio issues. Saroja Mart was reported having sound issues from others. Only thing is that your sound was echoing a bit. You can mute the device, the second device you are using. And also, Ms. Pooja, all the very best to both of you. Only thing is, I request each and every participant to make use of this session fully for your benefit. And here we have multidisciplinary project discussion as well. Enough introduction is given. All once again, welcome to this evening. Thank you so much. Over to Saroja, ma'am. Thank you. I think Ms. Saroja, you can ask Pooja Rani to check voice.
Yes, Pooja Rani, madam, is your
yes.
audio clear? Am I audible?
Good evening, ma'am. Am I audible to you also?
Yes, you are audible.
Yeah, okay. Okay, ma'am.
Oh,
Good
fine,
to go.
fine.
Good to go. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir, for welcoming the gathering with warmth and grace. It is time to introduce yet another inspiring personality, Mr. Biju S. Pillai. He is the principal of Sri Gokulam Public School at Tingal. He was the treasurer of Bharat Sahodaya since its inception till last year. His vast experience in different capacities has added to the growth of the BTAG group. It is delightful to have you amongst us. A hearty welcome to you, sir.
Miss Saroja, he has not joined. I have just checked. He has not
Yes,
joined.
sir.
You can skip
Yes.
and go ahead.
Yes, thank you
Thank
for
you.
that information. Yes, sir. Now, the awaited moment has arrived. It is a pleasure to introduce the intellectual personality, the resource person for the session, Ms. Pooja Rani. She currently works for Kameshwar International School, Gandhinagar, Gujarat as a school coordinator. Madam started her journey in 2015. Her passion for teaching has been the driving force in achieving the milestones despite many obstacles. Being an PGT economics educator, it was important to spend a lot of time on her craft, deliberating the best ways to deliver lectures and make the classroom innovative, research-based, interactive, and embrace problem-solving approach. Ms. Pooja Rani strongly believes that professional development thrives a disciplined pedagogy and deals with 21st century needs of education. Hence, her biggest strength has been willingness to learn new things, become flexible to fulfill the needs of the younger generation. In her opinion, teaching is certainly the utmost priority, but how we teach, how we communicate, etc., plays an important role in grooming the 21st century learners. A few accolades and awards to her kitty. Young Teacher of the Year 2021 from Asian Education Awards, Mindful Educator of the Year 2021, Experiential Learning Awards 2022, Achievement Award 2023. We are looking forward for the innovative ways of integrating art and also to enrich with the multidisciplinary activities. I extend a heartfelt welcome to you, madam.
Thank you so much, Saroja ma'am,
Welcome,
for
ma'am.
the wonderful welcome. I feel blessed to be part of such a great team, and I'll try my best to give such a takeaway points for the teachers so that they can make their classroom happy, creative while teaching social science.
Thank you,
Thank you
ma'am.
so much, Salman sir, for giving me a opportunity on this platform. Is it good time to start, Salman sir? Can we start now?
Yes, ma'am. A few minutes.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. We are honored to have you on this session. Definitely, the session will be enriching and lot of takeaway points from your end. I'm definitely sure about that. Thank you, ma'am. Dear esteemed participants, request you to lend your ears to a few important instructions so that the session can be conducted smoothly and avoid any hurdles coming our way. Keep the cameras on and mics on mute. Post your questions in the chat box and they will be answered during the question and answer session. Make sure you raise your hand virtually for any queries and wait patiently till your name is called out. Participants will receive the certificate only after filling up the certificate and feedback form. The attendance and certificate link will be posted towards the end of the session. Let's make the session hassle-free and wait for our turns and proceedings to happen at its pace. Thanks for your cooperation in advance. Yes, it's time to begin the session and I therefore invite Ms. Pooja Rani to take over. Madam, please, the platform is all yours.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Saroja ma'am, just please let me know whether my screen is visible or not.
Screen is not yet visible as of now. Yes,
Yeah,
now
I'm trying.
I can see your screen. I can see it.
Okay, just a minute, ma'am.
Sure.
Are we good to go, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Good to go.
Okay. Good evening, all the teachers present here. So today we are going to start with the topic art integrated activities, exemplars in a social science, which is related from grade 6 to grade 10. So how we can make our classrooms more effective. So our topic is art integration in social science. So a first step towards experiential learning. So before starting anything, I just request all the educators use a chat box. Do you have any idea about experiential learning? I request all the participants, please use your chat box. Okay, hands-on experience, hands-on learning by doing, learning through experience, model making. Okay, first-hand knowledge activities by doing. Thank you so much for your response. So before going ahead with the topic, there are the few circular which was given by the CBSE on the CBSE academic site only. I request Saroja ma'am, in between you just share the circulars with the educators in the chat box so that they can use for the future reference.
Sure, ma'am. Sure, we'll do that.
So what do we mean by art integrated education? So here is one image we can see on our screen. So look at the image. So what we can see in the image, we'll use our chat box. What do we mean by art integrated education? Activity oriented learning, very good. Okay, through an image concept introducing, that's good. Collaborative learning, okay. Relative to activities which we can teach the subject, okay. Learning the art oriented activities, okay. So let's see now. When we talk about the art integration, it is a cross curriculum approach to teaching and learning based on collaboration between the teaching of subject with the teaching of art, where art is in any of its multiple form become the primary pathway to learn the subject, topic, and also of assessment. The integration is meant not only to make the learning process joyful, but it also lead itself to imbibing a greater appreciation and understanding of the art form being utilized for this purpose. So do we have any idea that art integration is not just a replacement of art education? Integration happen only after students have been directly taught through the arts. Without this background knowledge, neither the students nor the subject teacher will able to integrate art in education. So why art integration is necessary? Sometimes this question come in our mind being an educator, like when we are taking any of the topic in the classroom, that why art integration is necessary and why CBSE is emphasizes on the art integration. If we get a quick response in the chat box, it will be good. To make interesting and concept clarity, very good. It is interesting, okay. Unique way of expression of the students for the students. Leave the impact of learning in one's mind, okay. maximum participation to improve the learning skill, enjoy the learning, helps in better understanding, creative learning. Okay, so I'm getting many responses, learning by doing fun-based interactive in the chat box. Let us proceed further. So it helps the child apply art-based inquiry, investigation and exploration, critical thinking and creativity for a deeper understanding of the concept. It enables the student to derive meaning and understanding directly from learning experience, broaden the mind of the student. They can think out of the box also. They can connect the topic with their day-to-day life, enables him or her to see the multidisciplinary links between subject. It can be topic also, it can be with the real life. So what skills we required while we are checking a art integrated classroom? So do you think art integration show a positive impact on the development of life skill? Like we are using art integration in day-to-day life. So yes, it is important the way we can connect positive impact on the development, communication skills we can develop in among the student, reflection and inquiry skills, unconditioning of the mind leading to higher confidence, self-esteem, appreciation for aesthetic and creativity, etc. So these are the skills we develop while taking art integrated classes: learning, experience, ability, growth, training, competence, knowledge. So there is a one book, Art, the Basic of Education by Devi Prasad. Ma'am, Saroja ma'am will share a link with you. I request all the educators, please just read at least once in life. So it will going to help you. So it was a similar conclusion is arrived by the Devi Prasad, who while discuss one of the question in his book, The Art, the Basis of Education, has written that, does art help children in other subjects? Art is related to our visual experience, mental imaginary in an essential part of the thinking process. Visual images are closely related to mental images. Art makes these images clear and more concrete. The experiential aspect of art help one go deeper into the other element of the life. So how nicely he is given the statement about the art which we can relate in our day-to-day classroom while delivering a lecture. So there is one portal by the CBSE Kala Setu, Art Education AE also. We can say AIL, Art Integrated Learning. So this will get we have to do the updation on the CBSE portal for the 10th and 12th LOC also. We have a few specific activities planned by the CBSE. So this is related with the interdisciplinary also. It involves combining two or more disciplines. When we talk about the interdisciplinary, this is the most common thing which is happening nowadays. So interdisciplinary, it involves combining two or more disciplines into one activity, more concrete and integrated. The generally recognized disciplines are economics, history, geography, political science. These are the important part of our social science. So there are the few chapters given by the CBSE. In class 9, they have taken a forest society and colonialism from the history, natural vegetation and wildlife from geography. In class 10, they have taken making of global world, history, globalization in economics, lifelines of economy in geography. So these chapters they have considered for the interdisciplinary. So these are the chapters which we are supposed to perform the activities. So CBS is already given a list of activities planner for this, for the same. I request Saroja ma'am, please do the needful and post the link in the chat box.
Have done it, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am. So for the grade 9, let us see how we can do the interdisciplinary activities in the classroom or with the different set of groups. So we can create group activities. Group 1 we can consider as a history. The student will express how forest resources were classified and exploited by the colonial regime, trace the forest rules and its impact on the forest dwellers, change that took place in Java during colonial rules, investigate why forest land was bought under cultivation. So these are the specific guidelines given by the CBSE. They have like given a lesson plan how we can frame our activities in the classroom. This again we can connect with the geography, the natural vegetation of India based on the geographical location and its characteristics features the wildlife associated with it. We can assign group 3 for political science, the role of the government in protecting the forest cover and wildlife at present, trace how tribals and other forest dwellers suffered and protested during colonial regime, then expected outcomes. Going to the expected learning outcome, before we'll see the economics part also. In economics, we can relate with the commercial forestry of the classification of forest supported the economic during colonial regime. So what outcome we are expecting, that what student will take. So student will able to explore how forest resources have been exploited from the colonial period till present day. So these are these few specific activity we can modify being an educator, because when we are taking a class of the 40 minutes, right, we know that how we can make the lesson plans effective, how we can deliver our lecture in the classroom effectively. So we can modify the activities also in the classroom. For the class strength, again we'll relate some topic with the class strength also. So we can again assign the group activity. They can do the investigation project. So group 1 will be for the history. Trace the global connect of India before and after Indian independence. The impact of First World War and Second World War in the making of a global world. The same can be related with the economics. We can assign group 2 activity. The Great Depression and its impact on world the economy. Role of MNC and liberalization policy in the development of international trade and its impact on world economy. Expected learning outcomes will be when we connect with the all 4 parts of our social science, history, economics, geography, including political science. So geography, again we can divide the group, the development of transport and communication from 18th century till date. So here we can ask child to go through with the government budget also. As we know, in the previous year government budget, government has introduced Gati Shakti project. Still students are not aware about it. So we can give a brief or a summarized thing related to the government budget so that they can relate. Yes, Gati Shakti project is the 7-engine project taken by the government to develop the infrastructure, making the world a global village. Now, how means of transport and communication contributes to the world economy? When we take this topic for the political science explore how disease that spread had a serious impact on the human society of the world. Trace the plight of the people who migrate across country in search of job also. Even here we can relate the topic of the COVID guide, like COVID time pandemic. We all know that migrant people suffer a lot. So we can ask them to do the case study also. They can study the lifestyle of the migrant people. They can relate the things with day-to-day life, with the news updation also. It will help them to make the update with the what is happening in the world. Geography appraised that geographical features conditions that facilitate trade and commerce around the world. So when we're going to do this activity in the classroom within a 40 minutes, right, that won't be possible. So what we can do, we can assign them a task. When we're going to assign them a task, we can give a particular time period, time deadline, right? They can come to you, they'll make a rough draft, you just go through it, you help out the student, because here we are presenting as a facilitator, right? So we'll guide them and they'll modify the whatever draft they have, research they have done, will modify them, will help them, and what expected learning outcomes we are thinking, what will get it from this. That can be the student will able to analyze the various dimension of globalization and its impact on the world. And the best part is that nowadays G20 is going on the in India everywhere. So we can connect this thing also with the students. So this is up to us how we can modify our lesson plan, how we can make our lesson plan more effective, so that student will also get an interest in the social science subject. They'll find that this is something which we can relate with our day-to-day life. The student will able to bring out the pros and cons of globalization in all sphere. The student will able to project how world has become a global village, right? So they can elaborate any of the topic, they can select or else we can give a chance to the classroom in the classroom, so they can form their own group as per their interest, whether they are interested in the history part, or they want to do the research in the economics part, or they are interested with the geography part, right? So they can make their groups according to their interest also. So whatever expectations we are thinking that we'll get it from these while performing this activity, we'll get it in a better manner. So a choice board, they are the scopes for the students to opt out the mode of presentation for their project. So whatever research work you are going to give them, right? So they can make the things in the form of PowerPoint, Windows Movie Maker. Nowadays, AI is the most important tool, right? So I'm so sorry. Now screen is visible. Saroja ma'am, I think there's there's a few questions in the chat box. You just note it down now. So later on we'll take the questions.
Sure, ma'am.
Okay. So it gave a scope for the students to opt out the mode of presentation for their project, right? They can be in the form of PowerPoint presentation, Windows Movie Maker, quiz show presentation. They can conduct a quiz show presentation like with the different classes also. We can make the different class groups also. Exhibition can be done, skit, album, file, songs, and dance or cultural show can be done. So this interdisciplinary project we can take as an annual day theme also, or else we can take the independence theme or the republic theme, so they can get an exploration, and whatever they research they have done, they can integrate the things over there also. Storytelling can be done, mime, debate, panel discussion, paper presentation can be done. So these are the few forms of the like how student can present their project or research work. Teacher can add on to this list provide above with any other choice as a mode of presentation by the student. So it depends on the facilitator, it depends on the educator, right? So if a teacher want to modify, or he or she want to take a specific topic, specific form of the presentation, they can give a task to the student. So there are some suggestive common rubrics for the assessment. It was given by the CBSE only. Ma'am, Saroja ma'am has already shared a link with you. Just go through it because this is the most important thing. We are supposed to do the updation also. So they have given a 5 marks for the interdisciplinary. Criteria will be, and even teacher can like make their own rubrics also as per the form which you are asking for the student to present or do the presentation of their research work. First one is content presentation. See, if the child is doing a research on a particular topic, it is very important that what mode of presentation chosen by the team. So it can be a team choice also. And accuracy of information research. It doesn't mean that it just a copy paste from the internet. We know that now many tools available on the internet. They can use the access of the YouTube, they can use Wikipedia, they can use ChatGPT. That is the most important, right? So accuracy of the information research should be there. Use of effective communication or delivery of the presentation. So while they are going to present it, if it is in a form of a paper, presentation, it is in a form of the skit, right? If it is in a form of the PowerPoint presentation, how they are performing, how they are able to communicate with the other peer groups also, with the classmates of the particular class, right? Delivery of the presentation. So this will going to content presentation will carry 2 marks. So we can make our own rubrics also as per the mode of presentation. So creativity in presentation will carry 2 marks. So when we talk about the creativity of presentation, appropriate props should be used, technology incorporated, art integrated, music and dance creativity embedded. So when we talk about the creativity in presentation, take an example. If a group of 5 people, 5 students have taken a topic and they decided to present in the form of dance or in a form of music. So we are supposed to focus on the formation of dance, right? We are supposed to focus on the lyrics, what they are presenting. Again, next criteria is teamwork. So it is not like that. If it is a teamwork, every individual should get an equal participation, right? So equal participation is most important, which include effective team planning. Until they'll not plan properly, they'll not able to present you. So it seems like that 1 or 2 only group member have done it, rest are just a part of the group. So we also work on that. We have to identify, we have to keep a track of this also, effective team plan. Keeping pace with time, completing the task on time submission or a presentation. So they can give you the submission on presentation on time when you are going to give a deadline. So deadline is most important. Whenever you are assigning any task to the students, deadline is most important. So these are the rubrics given by the CBSE, how we can assign, we can assess our multidisciplinary project in 5 marks. Teacher can modify as per their requirement. So now let us think, as per the CBSE, right? CBSE continues is giving a circulars updation to us. They are working with the multi things, right? They are asking the educator also to assess with a different approach in the classroom so that we can make our classrooms happy. So these are the checklist when we are providing any task, any group activity, or it can be individual also. They have given some checklist for the teachers while planning and executing an activity project. The teachers must ensure the following things we can keep in mind while we are planning or executing any activity in the classroom. Activity or project promotes experiential learning. Students get opportunity for hands-on experience. Activity project is done collaborative. Students are engaged in constructing and demonstrating their understanding and not memorizing. See, we know in the question paper style, right? There are the criteria. They have given the competency-based case study. So if the child is going to memorizing the thing, ratification is not going to work now. So child should be engaged in constructing and demonstrating their understanding while they are doing the research, or while you are assigning a project. You should also keep the things in your mind that you give that particular topic so that they can do the research work. Students create anything new. Art form connects to the other disciplines, which we have seen previously, that interdisciplinary, how we can relate the things, how we can conduct the activities. Connection is mutually reinforcing and not deliberate. Activities and project simplifies the concept being taken up. Like they stuck with they don't go off of the track of the topic. Sorry. So concept should be taken up like in a simplified form. It should be in that much manner so that they can give the things. The material required for the activity project is easily available and does not put any finance burden for the student. So this is the most important thing. Being an educator, we have to keep in our mind that we cannot emphasize the child for the costing of the particular research or a particular project. So we have to select the things, or we have to do the activity, we have to select the project topics inside the classroom, which is not with the financial burden for the student, because there are the different backgrounds, set of different backgrounds in our class. So we can we don't know the backgrounds, right? So we cannot ask any of the child. Maybe the child is very good, but due to financial burden he'll not able to perform. So we have to keep these things in our mind. The students are familiar with art form being used in activity and project. Students have been given time to think about the content apart from prescribed book. Assessment technique are relevant and as per the age appropriate. So I'm getting some questions in the chat box. Art integrated project. What about pairing state of two? Okay, so ma'am, that like most of the school, what they have done, right? Art integrate, we have got a pairing state, right? Just like Gujarat is with Jammu and Kashmir. So many of schools, what they are trying to do it in a month, you can plan an assembly, right? Even you can relate with this with the Bhasha Sangam also, or you can keep the thing or theme of the annual day. So this way also we can like do the art integration with the pairing states. How many children can we include in a group? Ma'am, it will be very good if we'll keep 4 to 5 group, because if we'll add on many people in a group, they'll not going to perform, and individual participation will not able to assess also. So better we'll keep a small group, 4 to 5 students in a group. Okay, so many, ma'am, kindly give an example of the such IDP project that with total planning number of students, if possible. Okay, so ma'am, for that, Saroja ma'am already share a link. If you're going to open the link, you will get, there was a lesson plan given by the CBSE. They have given the rubrics, they have listed out the activities also. Even they have given the criteria how you can assess the interdisciplinary project in the classroom. So there is a sample lesson plan also available on the CBSE. Link have already shared. You can check the link. Okay, so if student do in the form of PPT, how will upload on the portal? So ma'am, see, nowadays evidence
Excuse
is
me,
mandatory.
Miss Pooja.
Hanji, sir?
Let's go with the PPT, and these questions can be answered at the end,
Okay, sure,
because
sir.
we have
Okay.
a lot to convey through the PPT. So all these questions may be answered, through the PPT. Thank you.
Okay, sure, sir. So there are the art integrated activities, right? I have selected few classes with the few subject. How we can prepare effective art integrated lesson plan. This is the most important, like when we are planning of anything, if we are planning any activity or any project, how we can prepare our lesson plan effective with the art integrated. So these things which involve social studies compromise with different subject. We know geography, political science, economics, right? Each of these subject has its specialized method and vision. It is essential to develop methods which establish an internal relationship between this subject, giving due respect to the specialty of those subject. Teaching method in social studies can be mind mapping, classroom workshop, seminars, and model elections. Youth parliament is a part of the social science art integrated activity. Case study, survey, meet the press also. We can ask any of the like neighborhood press person can come, and they can like they can ask the counter questions, or they can get an idea about the meet the press. Debate, quiz, interview, field trip, dramatization, reading and rewriting the text, questions and discussion. So these are the few methods suggested for the social science studies. Like in the classroom, we can conduct these activities. So social science lesson plan, I have taken grade 6, understanding diversity. Let's see. So the learning objectives are understand our country has a diverse population, know where our diversity come from, appreciate the benefit of diversity and celebrate difference, to give students a clear understanding of where they are headed. Well written learning objectives should be specific, measurable, achievable, result oriented, time bound. We can use the word here smart when we are planning our learning outcome. So smart is for specific, measurable, achievable, result oriented, and time boundation, because we are under the time foundation. We are having only 1 year to complete our syllabus. We are divided with the PA1, term 1, PA2, term 2. We have to conduct the art integrated activities. We have to take the interdisciplinary projects. We have to take the annual projects also. So we are already with the many of the things happening in the classroom. So here learning objectives can be smart. So how we are going to make our lesson plan? This is the most important. So methods can be, when teaching understanding diversity, when we are taking the topic understanding diversity, so when teaching understanding diversity, a teacher should use a teaching methodology that promotes inclusivity and encourage students to embrace and appreciate difference. Here are some teaching methodology that can be used. So culturally responsive teaching. This approach emphasizes the cultural backgrounds and experience of the student. Teachers should incorporate diverse perspective and material in their teaching to ensure all students feel valued. So if we are having a 30 student in a class, so we have a 30 different backgrounds, 30 different cultural backgrounds, and we can plan the activities accordingly also. So there will be no financial burden on the student, on teacher also. It can be done in the classroom. It can be a time saving also. Now cooperative learning. This is also another kind of method which we can use. This method encourages students to work different in groups, promoting social interaction among students from diverse backgrounds. Active learning. This approach involves engaging students in hands-on learning experience that foster critical thinking. So when you talk about the active learning method, it's going to foster the critical thinking of the child, problem-solving approach, and creativity. Teachers should design activities that encourage students to explore and appreciate diversity. So teaching art within, like, with a different context of the diversity, there are the few activities I've listed out. You can add on in your lesson plan. Even you can modify also. There are the few examples I have kept. Listen to music from at least 3 different cultures and discuss the difference and similarities in the rhythm. So this we can relate with the music, and we can take a help of the music teacher also. Draw a picture that represent what diversity mean to you. So here you can conduct poster making. You can take a help of your art teacher. While the art class, he or she can help you out. So you can give them that we are planning for this activity, keep this topic. So when you are conducting art classes, you can help us also. Integrated means when we are going to interlink other subjects also. So paint a teacher with symbol from 5+ different belief systems. Participate in a dance class and learn and perform 3+. I have just kept the few of the numbers. Dance from around the world. So as per your need, as per the expectation of your classroom, you can modify this activity. These are the few list out activities which I have given to you. So you can plan other activities also as per your need. The only thing we have to keep in mind while we are preparing for any activity or any project, right? Please keep that your student level should be there so that they can do the research work. It's not like you have just putting things on the student hand and they are not able to cover anything and everything is going from the head. So please keep the level of your student also in your mind while you are framing your lesson plan. With the help of a partner or a guardian, recite the alphabet, adding a diversity-related words after each letter using the internet to help you find words as needed. So A we can use for age. Usually we are having a mindset A for apple, B for boy, C for cat. But that alphabet can be used in a different to teach the diversity in the classroom. A for age, B for boy, C for culture, D for diversity. So we can use different names for the different alphabets. Find 5 pictures that represent diversity and write a diversity word to match each other. Write a speech about diversity within your community and then present it with the community meeting also. So that activity you can done in a 2-3 like you in small groups also, 2-3 people you can make a one group and you can do this activity in the classroom. Even these activities you can perform with the groups also. It's not mandatory that you have to perform individually. You can make forms a group in the classroom as per the requirement. So this we can relate with the health also, diversity, because diversity is a topic which we can relate with the many of the things. So discuss with a family member what it means to be socially healthy in your community and how that is the some or different forms socially healthier in other communities. Another, you can make a develop a list of 5 diverse way you like to stay healthy and choose a word to describe what makes each special to you. So these activities can be clubbed with our club system also, because CBS is also asking to create a club. So there is a eco club, there is a heritage club, there is a health and wellness club. So we can relate these activities with the clubs also. Read 3 books about the different types of connections between people and write 1-2-page report about diversity and connection. Even we can take help of our librarian. We can ask our library teacher also while in the library class. They can give the particular books and we can ask to prepare a summary also. And they can make a page report also. Develop a physical fitness plan that is based on diversity and is healthy for your whole body. Practice this plan daily for a week and record your physical and emotional reaction or change that occur. So here we can take a help of our physical education teacher. They have to prepare the health card. This activity you can relate with them also. So it will help you to consume your time also and you can make your lesson plans effectively. Count different quantities of 5 diverse objects such as cotton balls, paper clips, marbles, etc. and find 10 differences and 10 similarities in the object. So this will help you to make them understand that there are the different cultures, there are the diversity in the cultures, there are the different groups, there are the different religions, and you can show the difference and similarities between these groups. Find 5 diverse liquids of same volume and estimate their weight. Then measure each and measure 5 solid to the same weight and estimate the volume of each, then measure it. Notice the difference. This is also very good activity we can do in the classroom. It will take hardly 5 minutes if we are well planned. Come up with a 4 multiplication and 4 division world problem that have diversity as a theme in the question. Draw any 5 formal comparative inference about 2 population with diversity as a component of your measuring. So this is a second lesson plan I have taken for the our environment from grade 7. I hope it will going to help you out to plan your lesson plans. So integration with Sanskrit, read and write any 5 sentences on Vasudev Kutumbakam, the world is one family. Here we can relate with the G20 summit also, because the motto of G20 summit is one family, one earth, right? So sustainable development is a good approach to relate with this topic. So the specific objective is about the topic, to know what factors make up an environment, how do these things impact our life. So techniques we can use with interactive common examples. The teacher used the various methods to make the topic interesting. So sorry. Just give me a minute. So till the time I'm coming back to the PPT. So this is the thing like which we can plan, and the activities we want we can be conduct in the classroom, right? So this will help out to make our lesson plans more effective. So somewhere this is thing that we can keep in the classroom. So I'm sharing my screen again.
Madam,
Yeah.
do you need any help?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I'll do it.
Okay.
Is it visible?
Yes, ma'am, it is visible.
Okay. So teacher use various methods to make the topic interesting by interactive with the children in the classroom. Until will not make interaction. If it is a lecture method, students will not going to take participation. So it should be interactive with the children by asking very simple questions. The teacher draw the attention of the class, allow and make sure that the children are involved in the discussion. It's just not like that we are in the part and we are just passing the message what we want to pass because we are stuck with the time foundation of the 40 minutes. So we have to deliver our lecture. We are just going with our flow. No, it should be the involvement of the student should be there. While interacting with the students, the teacher also tells about the components of the environment. In due course of the time, the teacher discussed about the physical environment, human environment, and ecosystem. So the teacher display a chart. These are the few list of activities I have noted down. It will going to help you. So a teacher display a chart and ask the student to write any 3 examples of natural environment, human environment, and 4 examples of human-made environment. So this can be a 5 to 10 minutes activity. After 10 minutes activity, teacher can ask the questions to interchange their notebooks, right? And now correct it and award marks out of 10. So this is a one activity which we can do in our lecture class. On the basis of that activity, we can assign a classwork. Objectives and short answer type questions will be done in the classroom. It is a one kind of self assessment also. Long answer type questions will be discussed and done in the classroom. And you can give them homework. Draw or paste the picture of any 2 things which are found on lithosphere, hydrosphere, atmosphere. What values they are taking, value imparted is most important. Love, passion, tolerance, and justice for our environment are the values to be nurtured so that all forms of life and the biodiversity on this earth is protected. So when we talk about the values, here are the social responsibilities at human settlement, sensitization toward local and global settlement. Multidisciplinary integrated learning can be done. We can relate with the history, compare human settlement of early days with today. Art can be done, draw sense of rural settlement. Science, we can relate with the science subject, how fast mean of transportation and communication help in development of nation. And this going to relate with the economics also. English, we can how we can use and maintain public transport. So discussion and debate can be done in the classroom. Smartphones are good or bad. Advantage and disadvantages of the internet. Compare the shape of house in the Himalayas, desert and near Brahmaputra. These are the few examples. So another lesson plan I have taken for the grade 10. This is my favorite chapter actually. Nationalism in India. So these are the list out things which we relate with the chapter. These are the subtopics of the chapter. India during World War I, the idea of Satyagraha, the Royal Act Satyagraha and Khilafat movement, Why non-cooperation movement, withdrawal of non-cooperation movement, Simon Commission, Dandi March, Gandhi Pact also, limit of civil disobedience movement, the sense of collective belongings. So this chapter is like with the included with the law of so many activities. We can relate so many activities with this chapter, and that we can do in a particular time also. So there are the three domains I have noted down. Cognitive domains, sanitize sanitize the learner about rise of nationalism or national consequence, analyze the nature of diverse social movement of the time, get familiarized with the concept of our national identity in Bharat Mata. In effective domain, they can enhance the feeling of nationalism and patriotism, developing rational thinking, truth and equality among learners. In psychomotor domain, they can make a comparative chart of nationalism in India and Indo-China. So how we can relate with this chapter with the multidisciplinary, or it can be interdisciplinary. History, theme Satyagraha, we can relate with the history. So a case analyze on a pathway of to sustain development we can take. They can do a research work, or they can be in a, it can be in a PPT form. Mode can be like identified by the teacher as per the student requirement. Political science, power sharing. So framing of policies through Gandhian value to promote peace and coexistence. That is the most important message by this chapter. Geography, we can relate with the preservation of resources at local level, thereby empowering local communities. Or case study can be done on a Chipko movement. In Hindi, poem writing recitation on Ahimsa can be done. This will be a good activity if you are going to do in the class. This will give exploration to the student and they can think out of the box. In English, we can relate with report writing on how you would solve your everyday problem through non-violent ways. International relations can be done, and this can be relate with the our day-to-day happening in our life also. Resolving difference and conflict through Gandhian principle of non-violence. Rubrics can be, it can topic content should be relevance, presentation of information gather, creativeness, analytical skills. As we have already seen in previous slides, right? Multidisciplinary project, there are the rubrics given by the CBSE. As per the need of our lesson plan, we can modify the rubrics. So case study can be done. It will take 2 to 3 days for the preparation. Procedure it will be very easy. You can divide the higher achiever in a pair. So you can divide your groups level 1, level 2, level 3. We know that we are having a 3 kind of group in our class, level 1, level 2, level 3. So there are the slow learner, there are the average learner, there are the high level learner. So we can divide all 3 in a different groups. So we can make a combination of all 3 levels. So individual participation will be there. Instruct the student to collect information, pictures, and make charts, or it can be in a PPT form. Each pair may be allotted 2 to 3 minutes to present, to speak. Assessment, again, assessment is most important. If you are planning activity, if you are planning any kind of activity in the classroom, assessment will be important, because this section talk about the importance of citizen fulfilling their duties. It aims to emphasize that right and duties are two sides of same coin. It is used as group activity to get student to think about some important duties as a citizen. So we can give them guidelines, we can facilitate the notes. As you saw, the constitution gave us many important rights and allow us a lot of freedom and opportunity to explore our potential. But with right also some responsibilities and duties to make the country a better place to live in. What are some of these duty responsibilities and why they are important? So you divide the students in different groups. Activities can be done. There are few list out activities. Civic responsibility, or it can be a duty card also. So divide the student in 6 groups. So here you can relate that hand out some civic and responsibility duties card to each group. Ask each group to deliberate over duties written on their card and think on reason why this duty is going to, it is important. The card read as below. Voting in all elections can be eligible. Engaging constructively with local government officials, both elected and administrative, in addressing civic issues. So segregating waste into littering, right? And respecting and obeying traffic rules, conserving resources such as water, power, in order to conserve and nurture the environment, being responsible in consumption habit, and again to conserve the environment. So these are the few list out topics I have given for the how you can frame your cards. Do the briefing. Ask each group to share their thoughts with a broader class. Conclude by saying that is a responsible and active citizen is someone who properly fulfill their civic duty and responsibilities, and they are actively involved in the community and work for the betterment of their fellow citizen. So this topic is under the Bhasha Sangam. So Saruja, I will going to share you the link also. So you can download the Bhasha Sangam app. Even the portal is also available on the CBSE site. You can check there also. So what is that actually? This is related with our subject only, social science. So the program Ek Bharat Shrestha Bharat was initiated to celebrate the spirit of national integration. Bhasha Sangam marks the unique symphony of language of our country and is an expression of our shared dreams, hopes, and aspiration of one India. Under Bhasha Sangam initiative, it was planned to provide multilingual exposure to the student in Indian languages visited in the 8th schedule of Constitution of India. This initiative was just the beginning of the journey, meant to create interest in this language and curiosity to learn more. If we remember, Shri Narendra Modi, our Prime Minister, also addressed us celebrating 3 years of NAP. He focused on the bilingual regional language, how it is important in our day-to-day life. So this is also an important project, right? So this also we can relate with our social science activities. Even we can relate with this topic with the diversity, understanding the diversity, grade 6 topic also. So what are the objectives of Bhasha Sangam program? The objectives that school will going to introduce, and student will get an idea that there are the 22 official language of the Schedule 8 of the Constitution of India to enhance linguistic tolerance and respect and promote national integration. Suggested activities, I have listed out few suggested activities. Even this is available on the CBSE portal also, on the Bhasha Sangam portal also. You can go through there also. Bharatiya Bhasha exhibition, so we can consider of basic and interesting information about various Indian language with their history, key literature, etc. So we can conduct a activity exhibition kind of use the greeting. So few examples I have listed out. Use greeting words in different languages such as namaste, pranam, vanakam, sat sri akal, Namaskaragulu, etc. So these are the greeting words we can use in different language. Another, we can plan a language game, right? So this can be with the English language, this can be with the Hindi, this can be with the Sanskrit language, or it can be with the religion language also. So what we can do in that, each stall we can divide the student and we can ask them to form their stall. Is told to share, offer interesting information about language of the concerned state or a region. Books and literature in different language available can be kept for the display on the language games. So language game as unique fun activity with interesting and thrilling experience may be organized. For example, identifying the word with the picture, identifying the correct grammar or a spelling, speaking for 30 seconds in a chosen language. So we can connect a food corner or a parent connection program also. We can arrange a few parents connect program. So with the parents, we can ask them to prepare a festive food, flameless cooking we can arrange. some regional diversity. So here we are going to add some regional diversity, and that can be added in the stall. We can we can conduct a cultural programs also. So creative performance based on few forms, art forms of the different regions. Singing and dancing competition can be conducted. Character talk can be conducted. Stage, right, talent hunt. We can conduct these activities under the cultural program with the students. Wearing ethnic dresses. So during the festive time, we can ask the student to come like with the religion, so that festive attire. Student may come dressed in Bharatiya Paridhan like dhoti, kurta, various shades of sari, showing the rich cultural heritage and history of our country on Independence Day and Republic Day. Even we can relate with the My Language, My Signature, right? Meri Bhasha, Mera Hastakshar campaign also we can do this activity in between or with the students with different groups. They can perform the activity in a different groups also. So this will going to help out the student to explore, and they can create their own signature in their own Indian language. A pledge may also be written on the top of the board regarding doing own sign in the Indian language whenever possible, or developing a habit of signing in Indian language. Tech zone we can conduct. So we know that students are much familiar from us regarding the techno part, right? So we can conduct a tech zone among the student, and they'll take a enthusiastically they're going to perform these activities also. They're going to take a part. So a technical zone consisting of a tech survey, amenities and facilities show different tools and software that student may use to learn, read and write in multiple languages. Even we can conduct the downloading and teaching of simple software which is available on the Google, right? On smartphones also it is available, which convert English content into Hindi or a Bharatiya language, or can be in a official language also, any out of 22. Vice versa, through Roman typing may be done on the spot. So there are the few lesson plans, examples of lesson plan, how you can frame it. So there are just few examples. So whenever we are planning or whenever we are framing our planning our lesson plan, art integration learning in the classroom through step 1 is selection of the topic. Most important thing is topic selection, theme drawing upon the previous knowledge of the student. Ice-breaking activities should be there in the class in your lesson plan. Step 2, you can provide them a creative inquiry opportunities for hands-on learning to students. So this will give them exploration and they'll take a part in the activity also. Step 3, reflection of the new learning of the subject using an art form by the student. Step 4, assessment. As I said, I have already mentioned that whatever activity we are planning in the classroom, assessment should be there. Until you are not going to assess, next time student will not take a part and they'll think that, okay, this is a fun activity we have to do and we'll do it. So we have to make a rubrics. Assessment should be there in your lesson plan while you are preparing any of the activity. So these are the few examples, and these lesson plans already given by the CBSE, right? It is already available on the CBSE portal. You can check the resource module of on the CBSE portal. So subject is there, chapter covered, name of the book, you can mention subject and art integrated activities. These are the criteria, objectives, what material you required, right? Time required, activities you have to plan, introduction, methodology, learning outcomes should be there. Follow-up activity which you are going to do, and resource, what resource you are using. Again, this is another example. So here we can see suggestive material required, time required, right? You can see the objective of the topic. Ice-breaking activity should be there in your lesson plan. Introduction, methodology, learning outcomes. Self-evaluation is mandatory. So there are some suggestions, right? some related art integration activities which we can do in our subject social science. So activities could include performing with conceptual understanding and artistic product that reflect the cultural context. So creating an artistic product that reflects the historical perspective of the context. So, or that use a technique from the context to reflect on historic perspective of your own times and culture. Expressing geography through cartography, map making, model making. Using an art form to express geographical concept. It can be a dance of landforms, music of climate. Creating with the material specific to geographic context. Producing an artwork, including the budgeting aspect. Creating a business lesson plan. Using an art form to express an economic concept. Using an art form to express a concept of government. Exploring artistic collaboration should be there so that they can structure or familiarize with the various forms of government. Using an art form to interpret, comment, or express opinion about a civic issue or a current events. Even you can plan a historical tour now, so it is available that we can plan through the online platform also. So now we can take questions. Saroja ma'am, please help me out.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, I'm here. Yes, dear participants, if you have any questions, you can unmute yourselves and post the question to madam. She will answer the questions for you all. Any questions? Participants?
Miss Pooja, there was a very important question whether IDP, Interdisciplinary Project, is art integration or not.
No, interdisciplinary project is not a form of art integration, right? Interdisciplinary project is nowadays which is related, like we can combine with our subject. So there are the 4 components of the social science: geography, history, civics, and economics. So a topic we connected with all the 4 component of the social science. And where art integration is where we can relate with other subjects also. We can perform the different activities related with the other subject. But interdisciplinary project is among the social science only with the 4 components like civics, geography, economics, and history. So they both are the different track zone, right? Different ways.
There was one more question, if I can ask from their end. Art integration means artwork and about drawing and coloring and decorating with colorful manner, or inculcate art subject like dance, music, culture, etc. with their topics. Please clarify.
Okay.
Art integration means whether it is comparison of 2 topics from 2 states. This is the
okay.
question.
So okay. Can I, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
Okay, so art integration is not a form of art. It is the thing that how we are going to integrate with the other subject. See, I have already given example. If you're taking environment can be related with your English subject. Language subject should be there. You can relate with the Hindi language also. You can relate with the mathematics also. So different activities we can perform. It is not only a form of art where students have to draw and sketching and no. This is the activity we have to plan with the integrate with the other subjects.
Okay. There's one last question, if I may ask. Art integrated project is individual or group, separately done for each subject? I think this question was answered earlier too. If you can just repeat, it would be great.
So, okay, this is like integrated with other subjects. So it can be interrelate with the librarian, it can be with the art, it can be relate with your PT lectures also, it can be your health card, right? You can relate with the social science, you can relate with the science, you can relate with the mathematics. So it is not about the one specific subject. It is about the integrated with the other subject.
Thank you, ma'am. Participants, I hope there are no more questions. Yes, Salam
So,
sir.
okay, so here there will be one self-evaluation for ourselves.
Okay,
This is the
okay.
best way to testing ourselves. So let us take that evaluation also. So you can use a chat box. I request all the participants, please use your chat box. So the following are the great reason to use art integration. You may select any one or more options. Option A is it takes extra time in the day. It could give me a chance to collaborate with other teachers. It motivates students. It could play to student talent and interest. And it helps students develop a deeper understanding of the content you are teaching. I request all the educators, you can use your chat box. See, we are not going to give you marks on the basis of your evaluation. That is just a self-evaluation. So whatever things we have done today, like whatever I have explained, I try my best to convey you so that you can make your lesson plans effective. So it's just a kind of self-assessment for ourselves. Okay, I'm finding like responses in the chat box. E and D, okay. E and E, okay. So let's see. So it can be a different activities. It could give a chance to collaborate with other teachers also. Collaboration learning will be there. It motivates the student. It could play to students' talent and interest also. And it helps to student develop a deeper understanding of the content what you are teaching or what topic you have selected, what lecture in during the 40 minutes lecture. So here come the next question. Art integrated learning approach cannot help in cooperative interdisciplinary approach, building critical thinking and problem solving skills, memorizing of correct answers, or increasing student engagement. We can use our chat box. Okay, I'm already getting a response in the chat box. Okay. So let's see. So art integration approach is a thing is that we cannot help in memorizing the topic, or memory ratification should not be there in the art integrated learning approach, because it is something that we are asking student to for the engagement, do the research work, do the project, right? It is a problem solving approach for them. They are going to develop the critical thinking, and they can incorporate the things with the interdisciplinary approach. Even they can relate the things topics which they to with like with in their day-to-day life also. So here is another question. So art integrated learning should be promoted in the curriculum because it is fulfill pedagogical need of competency based learning, improves percentage of the academic result, helps in beautification of the school, or helps teacher improve quality of the cultural program. I'll be happy to see the responses in the chat box. Okay, I'm already getting a response in the chat box. So here is a one smart answer, that is all of the above. Okay. So I find the active participation, and this is a feedback for me also. So let's see. So it fulfills pedagogical needs of the competency based learning. So art integrated learning does not promote any experiential learning, competency based learning, accuracy, memorizing of the content, and interdisciplinary connection. This is another question actually. Art integrated learning does not promote options are experiential learning, competency based learning, accurate memorization of content, interdisciplinary connections. Okay, already responses there in the chat box. So it is the accurate memorization of the content. As we have already seen in the previous question, that art integration is not going to promote any memorization of the or ratification learning. So here is AIL, that is art integrated learning. In its approach, provides equal space and opportunity to every student, irrespective of their learning abilities, gender, caste, or their socio-economic or socio-cultural background. So here are the few options on your screen. In some subjects, valid for all subjects, in certain situations only, and not valid for any subject. I have already answered this question previously. Some like any one of you have asked the question. Okay. So yes, art integration approach is related valid for the all these subject. It is not an individual subject related with any individual subject. It is not with any individual personality also. It is like integrated with all these subjects.
Saroja ma'am, let's wind up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, madam, it was an amazing session. Participants, I'm sure you all will agree that Ms. Pooja has taken us through numerous innovative ways on how to teach a concept embracing multidisciplinary approach. She has also shared the importance of planning our lesson plans, incorporating the art integrated activities to guide us through our teaching. The examples she has shown will help us to get an insight to how they can be planned and executed. Case study questions enhances the students' good application and analysis skills. Ma'am, that was indeed a wonderful session from your end, taking us through all the lesson plans and the activities that the CBSE wants us to incorporate in the students' learning. Ma'am, thank you for sharing your knowledge with the educators. A big
Thank you so much,
you.
ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Welcome, ma'am. Now, take a note, dear participants, the feedback and certificate link has been posted in the chat box. Kindly fill the form and submit. This will act as your attendance as well. As we come to the end of the session, I wish to propose vote of thanks to all of them who have directly or indirectly been a part of the success of the session. Firstly, I, on behalf of BTAG, would like to express a deep sense of gratitude to Ms. Pooja Rani for being so informative and innovative. Thank you, madam. Next, I wish to extend my sincere thanks to Dr. Salam for being the guiding force, support system, and pillar of strength. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
A cordial thanks to all the participants for being interactive and supportive throughout the session. Thank you all. How can I forget the contribution of Mr. Arun and tech team for being there to carry out the session without any hurdles. Thank you. Thank you, dear all. Your feedback is a lifeline for the conduction of the session. Please do share your valuable feedback. It will help us incorporate the changes if required. Happy learning, happy teaching. Have a great evening. Over to you, Salam sir.
Thank you, Saroja ma'am, for the nice work. And Pooja Rani ma'am, very good. Well done. You have got lots of appreciation for your the hard work you have put in. Thank you so much. Heartful, congratulations to both of you because we have worked for some time together, and that has proved, very useful to all the educators, and you got the comments and all. Thank you so much. I hope you have enlightened on the particular topic, especially with regard to the art integration and the interdisciplinary project and all. So thank you so much once again, all the educators and Mr. Arun Mohan and all those who have been traveling with us, all the well-wishers, all those who have joined from different parts of the country and abroad. I think Seema Kurupu has a question to ask. I think we can give her the opportunity. Ms. Seema, you can ask.
Very good evening, sir. I'm from Camford International School, Coimbatore. Actually, we were not aware of this payment of rupees 150, sir. So can we save that link and can we do it tomorrow?
Yes, please.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you so much, everybody. It's time to wind up and have a very good night. Thanks to Saroja ma'am, Pooja ma'am, once again. Have a great day. Have a great night. Thank you.
Thank you, Salam sir.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Salam
sir. Thank you, sir. Thank
Thank
you.
you so much.